Hello and welcome to the summary of our book club, Parenting and Non-Religious Spirituality. I'm 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐞𝐧𝐭, shamanic energy healing practitioner, working with children, teens, and parents. And this is Ann Beer, my colleague to the book club, a peace worker and a shaman. And today we are summarizing our discussion about this book, Hunt, Gather, Parent.
Also, thank you, Efrat, and also welcome from my side. Yeah, and we are very happy to give you a short introduction about this book from Michaeleen Doucelff, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's called Hunt, Gather, Parent, and it's a book that takes us into the wisdom of the worldwide parenting. It's the author. She started her journey exploring parenting in different dimensions when she was challenged herself and confronted with challenges Western families, like being a single mother or a mother mostly on her own, being with the child. And then she started traveling and exploring other parts of the world and what the wisdom is there and what could be included in our Western societies and what we can learn as parents from that. So that is the main idea. And to me, that was a big invitation to be like, this is how others do it. And not in terms of what I do wrong, but what can we integrate? What can we really learn from each other? When that was a very nourishing and enriching aspect to my own parenting, and I really enjoyed it. And she has like 3 main areas that she focuses on. It's Southern American and the Arctic and a place, the African, the East African. And there are many more examples to tell, but she's focusing on that. And this, maybe we can take 1 or 2 examples, Efrat, and just deepen it a little bit. What was important for us, what we learned about it. So for me, when I started about it, it's when she was in the Maya area in the Southern America, she observed something that I really loved. And that is also something that she does. She observes simple things that are not simple at all. But she observed habits and how families work together. And there it was mostly that she observed that children are helping and are responsible parts of the family when it comes to household activities. Being fully included in preparing meals, washing, cleaning, from the moment they can walk and they can understand what is expected from them. They do little things, but from the beginning, and are raised as conscious members of the family with all the responsibilities and all the options. This is what I love. What did you think about it, Efrat?
Oh, I really related to that piece as well, because it's about participating in life. Mm-hmm. And I understand why, as a mom, she was looking for ways to include her daughter in a lot at the extreme. And it's not in all families, but at the extreme, a lot of families in the West serve their children. Mm-hmm. It's like we create this hierarchy that as parents, we need to do for them.
Yeah.
And it becomes this negative rhythm of family life, where the moms can't nurture themselves, can't have a moment from themselves, and then instead of doing that nurturing of their children with love and ease and joy as it should be, it becomes this obligation, and it's tiring, and they're either doing it alone or are struggling in this culture of comparison.
Mhm.
Who's a good mom? Who's doing it better? Whose kid is behaving? When each kid is different and they need to be different.
Yeah.
So, but that piece of understanding that kids are part of life. And they're part of life. That means, like she observed in the Maya culture, which I have to say, her observations are into the details with no judgment, with acceptance, with an open heart and eyes. It was really, really nourishing and eye-opening to read everything that she shared in that perspective. But that, back to that piece of participation, if our kids don't participate in the little acts of family, which is helping take care of their brothers or sisters, or helping out in the house, and I personally prefer it not as chores, but because we're all doing it together, because we're all responsible, each at an age appropriate way, then how would they be participating in the universal life, in their own path? It's extremely empowering. I also have the thought, interesting that it's coming out, but it's I just recently read a beautiful kids book by Jennifer Fa about it's a simple book, beautiful energy. I'm mixing, sorry, but it talks about this little girl that is feeling small in comparison to everyone else when she's actually big. And beautiful kids book. It's that piece. Our little kids are huge souls. And when we keep them as kids and don't empower them where they can be empowered in the earthly physical life, then we're also like, it's a little hit on the head on their light. They're saying you're not capable. You can't do that. And again, it's about self-referencing, and one kid can do this and one kid can't. And it's about a lot of attentiveness, but this piece of understanding that kids can participate in life and kids need learning to be participants in life, taking responsibility on their everything. That's an amazing, it's a needed reflection, and she brings it beautifully.
Yeah, I think so too. And what you said, that the responsibility part, that really made me think a lot. And it's like taking on responsibility, but also giving responsibility. When I think about my children, it also asks from me to leave the responsibility really with them. And maybe even if they acted out differently. When it comes to preparing something, for example, dinner, maybe it looks totally different than I expected. But I have given the responsibility, and now that's fine. And even if the kitchen looks different than before, and I experience it in many ways, that it's an important thing. It's so important, but it gives it makes also, especially for children, makes them proud and seen. And I really like it. It's not at all a burden, but it's more being a stable part in this rhythm of life. And I love that.
Yeah, what you're saying about the kitchen, it's I had a discussion with a friend once that she said she's not letting her kids go into the kitchen because she's not willing to clean up after them. And I thought to myself that she's missing out on really great help, but I could also understand her. And what you're saying, that we need to, in those little participating in life, it's not going to be perfect. And it's about a learning curve about how you clean, how you organize, how you prepare a meal that has, that fits everyone in the family. But they need to learn. And I think that, you know, when we observe ancient cultures, or cultures that are still more traditional in how they raise their children, and in a way, there is some, I understand that, I don't know if it's the right word, but the envy in those cultures, because there is clarity. Your child is born, and it's clear how you raise him, and it's clear what type of answers you provide, and what is the guidance that they need. And this clarity, in the West, we lack this clarity. But while we lack this clarity, we also have the option to self-reference and learn and be attentive and know who our kids are and watch their needs and adjust to those needs of the little cells in our family and this in our family as a whole. And Michaeleen, and again, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right as well. She shares the wisdom, and with a lot of practical tools that we can apply. She also shares a lot of examples how she applied what she learned into her Western family. And the way we apply is not one-on-one, you know, it's not exact, but it's that understanding of principles. And I think this is what part of what I really like about the book, because it's stories, observations, and a principle and an idea that if it fits your family, you might want to consider. But then we each apply it in a very, very different way. And it's just like we teach participation in life, and there's a learning curve. Same as for parents. We take those principles and we observe them and we say, okay, this works for me, this doesn't. This book is a beautiful dance between details, stories, observations, tools, the way she brings it into her life and the changes that it offers. And yeah, it's I think it's a must for any parent. Walking with open eyes and trying to grow on their journey.
I think so too. And I felt also it's about how to create another environment for your family and for your children, but it also, me as a parent, I felt connected to other parents and to other concepts. And that is also something which I'm really grateful for. And to feel like we are all parenting. And this is what we have in common. And this is also where this is the platform where we can share and nourish each other. And I think that's really wonderful. So
it's a universal in that soul, in those souls. They're all kind, they're all luminous, they're all good. It's how we offer them the tools of being here. And she offers those ideas. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No problem. I was just more or less proposing. So this book it's an invitation, and really it's worth reading it. And also, like in chapters, or if you want to try something, you can pick up easily. That's what I wanted to say, and continue with the book and read on. So for me, it's an invitation that I hand over to our audience and just dive into the wisdom of this book.
Yeah, so I'm joining your invitation. This is a book. And we invite you to join us on our live discussions. All the information is in the description of the video. We meet monthly. We discuss parenting books. We discuss healing books. We discuss books about nature and how we can apply what the information shared to our walk with children and connecting them to Mother Earth. We're having a lot of fun, and we invite you to join us, not just to listen to these summaries, but to the actual meetings. Blessings. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.